All right, numbers 36, 37, 38, 39, these are quadratics. And I think largely it doesn't care how you do them. It may make you fill out a quadratic equation or similar quadratic formula, things along those lines, but if it's multiple choice, unless we say otherwise, it really doesn't matter. So I'm personally going to factor these, if I can. So I'll start off, remember, left side multiplies to the left, right side multiplies to the right, so two things that go to x squared are x and x. Two things that multiply to 15 but add up to 2 would be 5 times 3 is 15. But if I make the 5 negative, positive, and the 3 negative, those will add up to negative 2. Remember, outside, inside. That's negative 3x. That's 5x. Those add up to 2x. Alright, so that's the pattern, just in case you've forgotten. Alright, let me erase all that. There we go. So, from here to solve, x plus 5 equals 0, x minus 3 equals 0. So x equals negative 5, not negative 3, x equals negative 5, x equals positive 3. Alright, so if we were just asking for the answers, those are the answers. But this is an inequality where all of this is less than 0. Okay? So here we go. Let's draw a line real quick. I got negative 5, positive 3, and we'll just pick test points. Okay? We'll just pick test points. So if x is 0, well, 0 plus 0 minus 15, well, that indeed is less than 0, so that's a good section. Let's pick negative 6. If I get or I can do it in this way. Negative 6, I'll put them in. Negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. Negative 6 minus 3 is negative 9. Negative 9 times negative 1 is a positive number. So that's a positive area. And the same thing over here. Let's see if we do 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 minus 3 is 1. 9 times 1 is a positive number. So those are both greater than 0. So I want from negative 5 less than x less than 3. That's all I want. Okay. 37, same idea. I'm going to start by factoring this thing. Yeah, I can factor this. So two things on the left, x and x. Two things on the right, multiply to 40. That would be 5 and 8 in this case, and a positive 8 and negative 5. We want greater than or equal to 0. Okay? So, x minus 5 equals 0, so x equals 5. X plus 8, that's an x, equals 0, so x equals negative 8. I got negative 8, I got positive 5. I just need to see where is it greater than 0. So let's do 0. If I plug in a 0 here and here, that's negative 5 times positive 8. Well, negative times a positive is a negative number. So this area is negative. I'll make it negative. Let's try negative 10. Negative 10 minus 5 is a big negative number. Negative 10 plus 8 is still a negative number, and a negative times a negative will give me a positive. Alright, so that's greater than 0. Let's do positive 10, just for the fun of it. 10 minus 5 is a positive number. 10 plus 8 is also a positive number. A positive times a positive is going to give me a positive. So I want everything to the left or equal to negative 8. Or I want to the right or equal to positive 5. So x is less than or equal to negative 8. Or x is greater than or equal to 5. Alright, and I promise you there's going to be a couple of inequalities on there. Alright, and again, if you want to use the quadratic formula or something like that to solve these, that's fine. It's just a different method. Alright, try 38 and 39 on your own, and then come back and see how you did. Alright, 28 factors out to 2x and x times 12. That's going to be 4 and 3. I'm going to guess 4 over here, 3 over there, and the 4 is going to be negative. So that's negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. 3 times 1 is 3, and those add up to negative 5. Good, that's what I wanted. Alright, so, and then we'll solve it out. 2x plus 3 equals 0, so x equals negative 3 halves. X minus 4 equals 0, so x equals 4. And this is just a straight equal sign. I don't have to solve this at all. So there, we're done. That one was easy. I don't have to pick test points or anything like that. Number 39. Let's see if we can factor that one. I'm not sure this one's factorable. Anything multiplies to 6 but adds to 2. Yeah, this one isn't factorable. So here we go. It's quadratic equation time. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. That's squared, not to the fourth. Minus 4ac all over 2a. So that's 2 plus or minus. My discriminant is 4 minus 4 times 6 is 24, which is negative 20. The square root of negative 20 all over 12. Okay, so from there, square root of negative 20 is negative 4 times 5. Pull that negative 4 out there, that's 2i on the square root of 5. So I can replace that negative 20 with plus or minus 2i on the square root of 5 over 12. And I can divide all three of those by 12. So that's 1 plus or minus I square root of 5 over 6. And those are your answers.